Officials and researchers in Indonesia are working to preserve a small pocket of forest on the Java island as the habitat of the Javan gibbon. Also known as the silvery gibbon, the primate unique to central and western Java is now endangered by climate change and human encroachment. The estimates say that there are only around 4,000 Javan gibbons left. Take a look.
Indonesia is racing to preserve the last frontier for a vanishing primate. The Javan gibbon is only found on Java, which is Indonesia's most populous island. The gibbons play a vital role dispersing seeds and regenerating the forest. But researchers worry that their already endangered numbers are dwindling. Their habitat could also be further impacted by a changing climate and human activities from hunting to agriculture. Conservationists say there are roughly 4,000 Javan gibbons left on the island. WION has spent more than a decade monitoring the animals with the conservation group Suara Ora. He says the 400-strong population of gibbons in a reserve they monitor is stable. But now he worries for the habitat itself.
The real threat now is the integrity of the forest itself because of the increasing number of human activities. Many people are encroaching upon it, clearing the forest, which was originally the habitat of the gibbons.
Suara Ora also works with the government. They hold monthly outreach programs with the local community and set up signs to try and ward off illegal hunting and logging in the forest. Conservationist Antoro Tri Kanarawan says changes in the climate are a more complex challenge.
It's still raining when it's supposed to be the dry season, and that will eventually impact the vegetation. Instead of fruiting season, leaves grow, so the flower that is supposed to become fruit could decline and eventually impact the animals.
Meanwhile, Suara Ora have worked to provide locals with alternative ways to make money, so they don't take a toll on the gibbons' home. They've set up local accommodation with tours focused on sustainability, and work with local village chiefs on farming shade-grown coffee. It's a delicate balance to strike, and the clock is ticking. Another group, the Silver Gibbon Project, warns that there's a 50-50 chance the animals could disappear in the next decade.
We begin today's climate tracker by asking a crucial question. Should clean environment be a human right or not? Well, a United Nations proposal says that it should. But there are certain hurdles. Influential UN members are opposing this move. According to a report, the UK, US, Russia and Brazil are among the nations which are opposing this move. Incidentally, there are also countries which battle climate hazards in recent years. So why are they opposing the move then? Well, it all comes down to accountability. After all, governments may face legal action if they fail to tackle the climate crisis. This has exposed nations which are otherwise trying to be at the forefront of climate action. The UK, for example, is going to host the major COP26 climate summit later this month. US President Joe Biden had earlier proclaimed that tackling the climate crisis was his new mission. He announced increased funding for the disaster mitigation efforts. Meanwhile, Brazil and Russia want the proposal to be amended. Globally, there has been a rise in legal cases over environmental hazards, be it mining or lack of resource management. But those fighting big corporations or governments often fail to get justice. While several countries have environmental laws, they only exist on paper. WION World is One is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.